So today I stumbled upon a problem. So I'm organizing a course at the university, and that course has 9 tutorial groups there. And for each tutorial group I need to hire a teaching assistant. And so I hired 9 of them, named A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. And then for each of them I mark in this kind of table which group fits their schedule. And then I made a selection that A will take group 1, B will take group 2, C will take group 3, D and will take the 4th one, and so on. And then, there's a bit of extra in case, someone is sick on some particular week, someone else can take the group. However, now there's an issue that appeared. So for a month or so, B cannot take group 2 at all. So then what to do? And I could think that, okay, then C could take group 2, but C already has group 3, so it's not fair if someone has 2 and someone doesn't have any of them. But then on the other hand, they cannot switch because B cannot take group 3, it doesn't fit the schedule. And looking similarly, like C is the only one that can take it. So what to do? It means that I would need to change the groups for at least 3 of them. And one way to think of this is that instead of having a table like this, I could make like a graph where each circle represents a tutorial group, and then the letter inside is the teaching assistant that takes it. And I could draw arrows here, for example. You see, so B can go to group 4, group 8 or group 9. So that means that it's okay for B to switch to 4, 8 or 9. So I could draw an arrow from where B is to 4, 8 or 9. And if I do that for everybody, it makes this kind of network, which is still a little bit too confusing. Because now the issue was, like B cannot take group 2. That means, the only one that can take it then is C. So it's a bit complicated. So maybe an easier method is the following. So again, we start with an empty table and we look here. So again, B cannot be in 2. Instead, B can go to 4, 8 or 9. So let's draw the arrows. 4, 8 or 9. And then also, let's look at who can take group 2. Only C. So from C we draw the arrow into group 2. And what we want in a sense here is that to be fair, like we don't want anybody to have 2 groups, and someone has 0. So that means that I can permute them. I can change someone to another group. That means if I follow this path, I want to find a loop somehow. Like for example, if B would be able to take C, there would be a loop from 3 to 2 and from 2 to 3, but there's no such thing. So then I need to keep looking at these arrows. So for example, if B switches to group 9, that means that I must go out of there, must go to another group. So if we look from here, we see that I can only take group 4. So I would go from here to here. And that doesn't solve because this loop doesn't work, like this direction doesn't go this way. So maybe if instead B would go to group 4, so then D would need to go somewhere else. Where can D go? So D can go to 3, and that's it. So there's an arrow from D to 3. And now we actually have a loop, so this loop here. So if B cannot be in 2, B can go to D to 4, then D can go to 3, and C can go to 2. So that way we found like a suitable permutation of the groups, so that everybody's schedule works out very well. And of course, you know, there might be another case, like maybe I could ask this, be like, okay, since you cannot take it for a month, can you go to take this group 3 instead? But assuming that I've already asked all these questions and this is like non-negotiable, like these are the only possible assignments of the teaching assistants to the different groups, then one could start looking at here, trying to find loops, like any kind of loop that moves this B somewhere else. And if we look carefully, we might see that, okay, could go here, then here, then here. Could try to find maybe here, 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 here. So I could change these 4 people and so on. But it's kind of confusing. So easier ways to just look step by step. Who can come here? Where can B go? And then just add more steps little by little. And that way, you know, looking at using graphs, you can find out how to solve this kind of scheduling conflicts.